Okay, what is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. We are going to break down Energy Web Token, ticker symbol EWT. Going to break it down on the daily chart, go over the key levels, and provide you guys with an update, as it's been a little while since I did an Energy Web Token video. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're going to go over a lot of very useful information, and you're going to learn a lot in this video. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it, and we'll head on over to TradingView. So, what I want to highlight are a couple different things that you can use for potential signals. And then we're going to break down the key levels that we're currently at, and break down what it is. So that way you guys know and are prepared for both outcomes, whether they're bullish or bearish. Now, chart patterns are very useful. Okay. For example, we have a nice head and shoulders right here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We ended up breaking that neckline and getting the move down. Okay, we went over that in one of my last videos I did on EWT, but something else that a lot of people aren't aware of are divergences. Okay, so take a look at all of these different circles that we have on the chart, and then you combine that with the relative strength index, your RSI. So for context, what we see is we have a low here and a lower low right here. Okay, and then we get a low at the same exact point. Then we get a higher low at the same exact point. At this point, we can see that the token's clearly in the downtrend, but we're building relative strength, and relative strength is increasing. This is a term known as bullish divergence. It indicates you may see some bullish activity in the future. And sure enough, what do? We get a nice move to the upside. All right. We do get a pullback, but the good thing about bullish divergence, okay, is the trend line is very important. And once you've already established the bullish divergence, you don't necessarily always have to make lower lows for it to be relevant. All right. That bullish divergence trend line is going to be relevant. Okay. Just like over here, when we pulled back, look what happened. We bounced off of the bullish divergence trend line and ultimately got another bounce off of there. So you can use, this bullish divergence trend line as a possible entry, for some of your trades. Now, remember, of course, none of this video is financial advice. This is just a free video on YouTube, and I'm just going over some of the different indicators and different strategies that you can use for possible entries and exits. Over here, we see bullish divergence play out again. We get a low, we get a lower low, all right, and then we get a low, and we get a higher low on our relative strength index. So we're building relative strength as the token is decreasing in price. That would be a bullish divergence, indicating we could see some bullish activity, and we get a very strong move to the upside. Now, if you notice, we have these series of yellow lines here on the chart, all right? What these are these are the three most common and well-respected retracement levels. The reason you use these is because nothing moves in a straight line down or in a straight line up. Rather, you would get a move up, retracement, continuation higher, or a move down, retracement, continuation lower. So we slap on our major retracement levels here, and it helps us identify if we're getting a reversal or trend continuation. So at this point, we're in a downtrend, right? We have a swing high connected to our swing low, okay? And you can spot reversals as well, okay? So if we would have came up, rejected our retracement levels, and continued heading lower, we would have had that trend continuation and end up making a lower low. But rather, we broke through our major retracement levels. So if you move up, retrace, consolidate, and then break through those retracement levels, you can spot a downside reversal, as well as a move down, retracement up, consolidation, and break through those retracement levels, you can spot an upside reversal. So that's exactly what we did. We moved down, we retraced, we consolidated, and then ultimately we broke through and got a very strong reversal on EWT. Right. So from there, what we did was we took our new swing low and connected it up to our new highs, and you see we moved up. All right, we retraced to our 61.8% level, and then we continued higher, right? So we made a high, a higher high, and a higher high. If we would have came down, consolidated, and broke through these levels, we could have potentially had a reversal back to the downside, but that's not what we did. We moved up, retraced exactly to the 61.8, okay, and then we continued higher. We made a new high, and then ultimately we ended up making a new high. But you know what happened is we made a high here, all right, and a higher high here. But if we pay back attention to that relative strength index, remember, this is measuring the relative strength of a token at its given price. It should be correlating with what the price of the token is doing, but oftentimes you can find divergences. So in this case, we have a high and then a lower high. So while the price of the token was going up, making higher highs, we were making lower highs on the relative strength index. That's an indicator known as bearish divergence and indicates you could see some bearish activity. Sure enough, we had a nice drop to the downside. And that brings us to some of our current price levels and our current price action. So let me zoom in on the chart for you guys so it's a little bit clearer, and we'll jump straight into it with the update. So what we were looking at, okay, is again, we want to keep all possibilities open. So I like to give bullish and bearish price targets, right? We had the bullish price targets up here along with the major retracement levels of resistance this time, as we have a swing high connected to a swing low, so downtrend, right? We're going to see if that trend was going to continue and if we were going to possibly hit some of our bearish price targets. And we also had an inverse cup and handle forming that we were able to break out of, right? So even if I just slide this over a little bit more, you can see it a little bit clearer, right? So we broke through the handle part and we're able to get a nice upside move. That's something that we were cautious of and being aware of, just in case we ended up breaking this major support level here of 2.812. But rather, we ended up finding support and we started to push up higher. And look at what we're doing here currently, right? We're consolidating right around our three major retracement levels. So 3.977 is that key area. That's our 61.8 retracement level of resistance. All right. So the downtrend, the move up, and we're breaking through it, consolidating. We need to stay above 3.977 to continue bullishness. All right. And possibly hit our breakout level of 4.704. In these reversals, okay, you can often retest your previous highs. So that's what we have, our breakout level at our previous highs. Or you can go past those levels and hit some bullish price targets to the upside if the move is strong enough and momentum is favoring that direction. So our bullish price targets to the upside, past 4.704, our breakout level is going to be 5.22, 5.492, and 5.880. If EWT is able to keep up this bullish momentum, then we do have the possibility of coming up to the breakout level and hitting those price targets. But be very mindful if we start trading below 3.977, that's going to be an area to be really cautious of, all right? So that's pretty much it for today's video. If we go down to our RSI, we don't have any divergences at the current moment, but take what you just learned about bullish and bearish divergence and be cautious if you end up seeing a bearish divergence, or be prepared if you end up finding a bullish divergence. Use some of the strategies we went over in this video to help give you some confidence and help give you an edge in the market. Trading is like going to battle. It's like going to war, and you need to have the proper weapons and know how to use those weapons so that way you can increase your odds of success on the battlefield. That's it, and I'm out.